Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Throwing Ron's Garage. My name is Justin, and today we're going to be working on this beautiful, say that loosely, John Deere 24T. Now this is one that I bought as a replacement for my 14T that broke. That's in a few videos back on my channel. If you guys want to go check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. But anyhow, this one needs some work. I'll take you over here and show you. It needs a needle, which this is the replacement. It's my new used, new to me, good to me. Should work. Of course, I got my El Manuels. This is the broken one. Yeah, it's good. And I'm not gonna lie. So look, I've already peaked. I've already cheated a little bit. Now, I have been fighting this rain. My shop is usually really loud every time it rains. So I went ahead and tinkered with it to kind of get an idea of what I was getting myself into. So I have to retime the plunger to the feeding forks. This was all perfect. So I'm very thankful that it's in time. That's in time with that. Now I just have to get the plunger and the feeding forks in time with the knotters and the needles. And the gentleman that I bought it from said that this collar slipped back or forward or something, and he said that this caused it to jump time. Now I went ahead and checked in here. Of course, this is, you know, absolutely beautiful, but this is a lot cleaner than what it was. I do have some new grease sitting over right there. Don't mind my mess, it's bad. And I'm frantic trying to get everything ready because it's hay season. I should have cut 2 weeks ago. Can't help it. We've been getting tons of rain. So I'm using that as an excuse. Anyways, this shaft did not have a cotter pin in it. It was actually sheared off inside here. So this entire shaft here slid out. And this gear is ran off of a Woodruff key. And whenever I was retiming the plunger, the feeder forks, that this would start spinning, but this would not. So that told me that it was missing the Woodruff key down in here, in which it was, but it was down here in the bottom of the grease. I went through tons and tons of paper towels. I used my magnet. Magnet is still disgusting. I got to clean that up still. But I found it. It was perfectly fine. It wasn't marred or nothing. So I went ahead and put this all back together. I need to add some fresh grease after kind of cleaning it out as much as I can. It's not underneath a high amount of stress. And then I have to pull off this chain to retime the plunger to the needles to, the plunger, the feeder fork to the needles sitting up underneath, so I can be able to make sure that this thing is back in time. Wish me luck. There's a few people around here that know how to do it, but most of those people that know how to do it are unfortunately really hard to get a hold of. So they're a little bit on the older side. I'm not going to insult nobody because, hey, this is old equipment. What do you expect? But I have my manuals. This is a, operator's manual, and then I have my parts manual. And this thing, man, I tell you what, if you ever buy any old farm equipment, just spend the money. Even if they're replicas like this, those are just reprints that somebody sold off of eBay. It helps, I promise. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up, and I'm gonna check out the timing on this. Hopefully try finding the master link. Sorry, nasally, sinuses, rain, whatnot. Anyways, I'm gonna get to it. Now, I said I was gonna clean this out. The grease is actually not that bad. I mean, it looks gross, because it is gross, but I don't bail that much. And, well, hate to say it, but I'm kind of short on time. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this AGCO gearbox EPO grease. It's pretty good stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and give her the business. I'm gonna clean up the mating surface so it doesn't get any water inside. and get it all put back together. I don't want to put too much in there, but just enough. Yeah, making sure it's getting down in there. Add a little bit more. Do not want this running dry and getting hot. That was probably too much. Fine. It'll find its way out some way. Whew. Yeah, I would say that's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the surface real quick, put the cover back on, and then start tearing off that chain. So now what I've done here is I've tripped the lever, you know, the nutter lever, and I spun this around like it's supposed to until the needle yoke went up as far as it could, because right now it is still out of time. The plunger has stopped. It's up against the little safety catch, wherever that's at. But my needle is right here, which it's sitting too far over. It's hitting the frame, so I'll have to adjust this one. But I'm going to go ahead and pull off the broken needle that's sitting down in there, so I can place the height and side to side of the new needle while it's up there in the position. I, again, don't claim to know what I'm doing. I am just winging it. So I am going on a hope and a prayer and hoping that this works, because I have to cut hay and it's got to get baled and I don't want to waste any. So, giving it my best. Now I'm underneath here, and I would just like to mention, it is amazing on how old this machine is and how easily everything just comes apart. No, I did not break these loose to begin with. They're just, I don't know. That old phrase, they don't make things like they used to. Some for good reasons, most for not. Now see, the reason why I have this yoke up in this position, you see how I can move this needle side to side, and I can actually tighten it and loosen it for a different pitch of how I'm gonna have that needle sitting up there in that frame. So this is why I want it up in this position, so I can get it somewhat close anyhow. Yes, I know this thing is in dire need of a bath. It'll get it. Eventually. The way it's raining right now, I should have just left it outside. Okay, so I got the new needle on. The other needle that's on there, the little roller that never rolls. For some reason, they, you know, after the first use, they always seem to get bound up, rusted, they never roll no more. Anyways, it's worn down really bad. So I'm gonna have to probably replace that needle, but I wanna make sure and get everything set in stone first, get this timed, and see if it's even gonna work. So we'll worry about that needle later. I do plan on, after the fall cut, I'm gonna do a super major revamp, because I know it's really dirty down here, but down there where the bales slide, let's see if I can get you a better view, maybe. That's all rusted out. Yes, I know it's super filthy. That's just hay, but even the side of this is rusty. I'm wanting to go ahead and get this thing not restored, but in a lot better shape. as long as it works good. So it's its ultimatum. It better work good so it can get fixed better. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that everything seems to function. The needles come up like they're supposed to. Everything is in line. The old needle, the original one that was on it, that was not broke, it's no longer hitting the frame. And here, I'll just show you. So I'm gonna go ahead, grip the lever. Of course, this spins around. The needles come up. See, this one before was up against this frame really, really hard. This one is close. There is a little bit of a difference, but here, I'll show you that roller magnet. See how that's really worn down? Let's see if I can get it to focus. This side is nice. It's not worn down. This one is definitely worn down. It'll be fine. But back to what we were doing here. Needles up. That's its highest point right here. Everything's still good. It's got a decent distance between here. Of course, the twine's not in it, or it would be getting caught right now in the fingers. Duck bill, good jazz, cutter, and now it's back in place. So with that being said, the last thing on this evening's agenda, because it's, I think, 10:30 at night, I'm gonna go ahead and try to time the needles to everything else, and then tomorrow I will get the baling twine, get it all threaded back up like it's supposed to, and possibly clean it. All right, guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I hope you can. I got the tractor running. It doesn't want to charge, so I got to leave it running so it can start, or stay running. Can't start it, the battery's dying. But I'm gonna go through this with you guys after I get done baling hay. The wonderful weather is coming in, so I only have a little bit of time. I just cut my small field, didn't cut my big one. So this thing is all in time. So I'll have to, after I'm done showing this, or I might show it before, I'll go over it all. So I'll see you guys in the field. Well, everyone, it's been a couple days since I baled, of course. Good news, bad news, lots of bad news, little good news. Okay, well, as you can tell, there's some hay in here. First one, I got about 17, 18 bales, but then it kept missing a tie. And, well, I ended up finding out why. I know I didn't go through this thing, and I was going to tell you guys exactly what I went and done to time the knotters with this input shaft, but I ended up changing this gear that controls the twine holder on both sides, and if you can't tell, that is the big uh-oh. Now this knife down here, as you can tell, is loose. After I put these two new gears on, because that's why it was not wanting to tie the best and cut, I guess somehow that little cotter pin that holds the knife broke, got caught in between the teeth here, and put so much stress that it broke this knotter frame. So that put a big old damper on my hay field. Now granted, I didn't cut the big field. It's been too late. We've had nothing but rain. Rain after rain after rain. And finally I got a little bit of a break between the rain. Got to mow, but my big field was just too far gone. The undergrowth was getting choked out by the hay that was already, or the grass that was already growing up high. So I just decided to bush hog the big field and just cut the front just to test this guy out. Well, the test was not the best. You get some good luck, you get some bad luck. It is what it is. I told my wife I think I'm done baling. At least for this year. I was in the moment yesterday and I said, I'm done. I'm just gonna sell all the hay equipment. It was hot that day, but I do have that parts baler, which does have 2 good knotter frames. So why not? I'll just take it apart. Probably not this year, not during the summer. I have been way too busy. I got another farm I'm helping to take care of, just servicing their equipment anyhow. And so my stuff here at the house is gonna have to slow down for a while. I do small engine repair for fun, and that's taking a while to get caught up on. So you can't have to pick and choose my battles. Well, you win some, you lose some. I thought about it and I was like, man, I'm not gonna make this video. It's nothing but a bummer. But hey, you have those days. You win some, you lose some. You fix stuff, you break stuff. If you're not using it, if it doesn't break, you're not using it, I guess I'm trying to say. You don't intend to break the stuff, but sometimes it does. But anyhow, I appreciate you guys for watching. Sorry, it's kind of a long, drawn out, bummer kind of a video, but it is what it is, isn't it? So again, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.